If you believe that discipline can solve all of your problems, let me show you why the problem might lie elsewhere. You might have a good time being disciplined for a while. You do the habits that you were supposed to do, you work out, you do journaling, you do whatever you decided you want to do. And some days you just don't feel like it, but you go through it. You have that little bit of discipline and you just do the thing. But then at some point, somehow, it slowly fades off. You don't manage to hold your discipline to a level that you would like to have. You start doing the bad habits again, and you simply basically fall back to what you used to be. You think that the issue lies in discipline. Let me tell you how it worked for me though. Recently, I had issues holding up to my standard that I used to have, be it with not going onto YouTube, as I had an addiction problem with video games, watching too many entertaining things, basically numbing my mind. I thought that I was just having to have more discipline again. But I soon realized that through coincidence that it wasn't discipline that I was lacking. It was actually that I was overstimulated. And when we hear overstimulation, we always think of watching too much TikTok or too many, I don't know, videos, video games, something like that. But life has actually shown me that overstimulation can be throughout all kinds of variations. I was having a really bad time at my work. Like literally. I truly think and believed that my workspace was pretty toxic. I'm not going to go into details here, but basically, I wasn't really having a good time. Those 8 hours were feeling really, really long, and I was putting stress on myself. I was frustrated with my whole situation. I felt like I'm lost and stuck here. I'm wasting my time, and I'm not even being paid well for it. And I'm in an environment where I believe that I'm not really in there or sticking to the morals that I want to have. At least it felt like everyone else has a different idea of what morals should look like. This put a lot of stress on my body and my mind. And through, well, thinking a little bit and doing some research, I quickly found out that I was overstimulated. Everything that isn't positive to your mind, be it a stressor from work, and if that is a constant stressor, that's basically how burnout comes out, you are overstimulated. And if then, like me, you go and watch YouTube after you've been overstimulated by work and numb your brain even more, what do you think is going to happen? Let me tell you what happened with me. Nothing. Basically got worse. I felt more frustrated. I didn't feel like doing anything, and I kept on feeling worse and worse. As time went on, felt like I was just stuck. So, what did I learn? What did I do? It started, the big realization actually started recently. I have a protocol, or not protocol, it's a habit tracker, right? I'm tracking 3 habits right now. And these 3 habits showed me that I was very overstimulated. First thing is when I wake up, at least I wake up through an alarm. And when I do that, I immediately wake up. There's no snooze, there's no nothing, there's no distraction. Immediately wake up. Number 2, I meditate for at least 5 minutes per day. Be it in the morning, be it in the train when I'm on my way to the work, or before I sleep. But it's a non negotiable, so I can focus more and let my mind clear up, right? Go away from the overstimulation. Now, here comes the part where you might be guilty. And I believe almost every person these days is guilty of this one. I have deleted basically every app that is anything related to entertainment on my phone. And that, sad to say, includes YouTube, at least for me right now. What do I mean with that? At least on the phone, right? Because this lovely thing, our phone, is with us all of the time. If you then go ahead and have it ready at your disposal, anytime you feel bad, you're gonna grab that thing, even if you just Google something. I've deleted everything. I can't Google, I don't have Chrome, which is the app to go to the internet on my phone. I can't distract myself with it, or I don't at the very least. I only use my phone for WhatsApp. And let me tell you, this is a game changer. You won't believe how distracted and addicted you actually are to this mobile device. When I stopped having Chrome on my phone, I realized because I picked it up, the phone, and that's the moment where you realize there's no Chrome to go to. There's nothing to Google. There's nothing to go onto YouTube to. And that slight moment where you have a break of what you were going to do shows you that I try to pick up my phone so many times unconsciously. This only adds to your overstimulation. And these days, brother, we are heavily overstimulated. Our workspace, at home, we are doing way too much. You can't and won't believe how much this changes you and how you feel. At first, if you've overstimulated yourself too much, you might feel terrible, right? I've, like I said, had a problem with addiction with video games. 10,000s of hours of video games. Can talk about that in another video. The idea here is that if you overstimulate too much, you're going to build up emotions that need to come to the surface. And they only come to the surface when you stop overstimulating, right? Once these emotions can come to the surface and process, that's when you slowly start to feel better. And let's get back to the start of the video. What does this have to do with discipline? The very idea is that I don't feel like I'm disciplined right now, but I feel so much more energy. I feel so much more motivated. I have nothing to distract me. I have nothing that drains my energy, my focus. So, what do I do then? Well, like right now, for the first time, I'm recording a few videos, whether it's good or not, I feel focused. Right now, I am with you. I am looking at the lens, looking into your face, and I'm just present. And the very best thing about this, I felt like it after work. Worked for 8 hours, right? Exhausted. I still feel the energy to do things because I'm not overstimulating myself. I'm much more present. I can go onto a document and write things now, and it actually feels fun because the phone, the distractions, your mind isn't scattered anymore. Look into your mirror, look into your own face, and ask yourself, are you truly lacking discipline? Or are you actually just overstimulated, which is why you feel this way? I can promise you the answer is likely like mine. And if you try to do what I just said, you might realize that the issue isn't really being more disciplined. I believe that discipline is kind of a temporary thing, right? When it comes to the gym, everyone always tells me I'm so disciplined because I go there no matter what. There's almost never an excuse. But honestly, it was only in the beginning where it was discipline, where I didn't feel like it and then went anyways. Once you do a thing for a while, it becomes part of your identity. Has nothing to do with discipline. It's part of me. Going to the gym is part of me. It's just the way I work, right? It can be the same with anything. If you have something you want to do, discipline is kind of only in the beginning. At some point, you don't know how to do anything else. If the gym is part of your life for 6 years and you go to the gym 3 times a week, it has nothing to do with discipline. It's just what you do. And if you don't, you feel terrible because it's just who you are. So, I really urge you to try and look if you are overstimulating yourself too much, be it through video games, be it through watching anime or whatever it is, TikTok. Pick your poison, right? See if you can reduce it and use your phone much less. I would love to know what you feel like you struggle with the most. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one.